Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how to change spark plug in a Ford Falcon BA XR6. So I've lifted up the bonnet, and the first thing you have to do is remove the air intake. And to do that, what you have to do is basically just take these four clips off, there, and one there, snap them off, and it sort of pops off. And then you got one bolt there and another one there. You take those two off and then take this vacuum hose off the thing, and then you sort of wiggle it off from this butterfly thing. Right, now what I've done is I've stuffed a bit of tissue in there so no crap flies into it. The next thing I have to do is take these Allen key bolts off there and all over the thing, and oh, also this vacuum hose there, we have to take that out. So I've taken it out. Alright, I'm just gonna pause the video and show you what to do next in a minute. So I've taken all these nuts off from these holes. There's one right at the back right there. I'm gonna have to take that out. That's gonna be a bit of a pain, but for the rest of them I just used a normal screwdriver with Allen with key extension, but for this one I'm gonna use an actual Allen key and get that out. I'm gonna pause the video and get that off and show you what to do next. Okay, as you can imagine, after a lot of work, I've got the sucker out because there's not much room to work down there, so all you have to do is be patient and go quarter a turn every time, and once you think it's loose enough, just use your fingers to loosen it up and make sure you don't drop it, because yeah, these are a different shape, so you lose it, it's gonna be hard to retrieve it back there. It's probably gonna cost you a bit of money to get one of these. Alright, now the next thing we have to do is take the oil cap off. Now there's another thing I'm gonna do. Once I take that off, before I take that off, I'm gonna pop in a bit of tissue in there too, so nothing goes flying in. Okay, I've got some paper towel, and just gonna roll it up and sort of chuck it in there. Yeah, make sure you don't stick it in too hard, so might not be able to get it back out again. Now all you have to do is take this black bit off the car, and here it comes. Be very careful. Yep, there's nothing attached to it, so we can put that aside. Alright, so these are the spark plug coils, ignition coils I mean. So basically what you're gonna have to do is to take them all out. Now I'm gonna do something with it. What I'm gonna do is get a bit of sticky tape, put a note on top of each of them, and write down the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I don't get them mixed up. Right, so I'm just gonna pause the video one more time and do that real quick. Be back. Okay, so I just used some of this sticky tape to put a bit of tape on each one of them, and I'm just gonna write down the numbers. Got number 1, 2, got number 3, got number 4, got number 5, and we got number 6. Yep. Alright, so that's taken care of. Okay, the next thing we have to do is basically take these off, and the way to do it, just sort of wriggle them left to right, and at the same time pull them up nice and slow. There we go. So there's a spark plug right in there. That's the first one. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the rest of them. So I'm just gonna pause the video for a minute. Okay, so these are my new spark plugs. They're genuine Ford ones. Got them off eBay from actual a Ford dealer just here from Adelaide, and I got a really good deal in Super Cheap Auto. They were like altogether $75, and I've got them for $40. And these are the genuine Ford ones, and they're already gapped and everything according to the factory specifications. Alright, so anyway, I thought I'd just show you real quick. Just gonna pop them there on the side for now, and I'm gonna try to take the first spark plug out, and but what I plan to do is like actually take this one out, put a new one back in right away, and stick it back in. So I'm not gonna take all together once and then put them all together. So I think it'll keep me a bit organized this way. All right, I'm gonna pause the video and see how we go. Okay, turned out my extension on the ratchet wasn't long enough, so I have to use the second extension to make it right there. And let's see if it's long enough now. Oh shit, it's still not long enough. It's sort of long enough, but now I'm gonna have to use another one, a third extension. Holy crap. Okay, well, I didn't have another extension. The one that I had didn't fit it, so it was just long enough to get this one out. So I've got the first spark plug out. Let's have a look at it. So looks a bit blackened. Now I'm gonna get the new one and show you that one. Okay, so here's the new Ford spark plug. Yep, almost identical. Yeah, and this one comes with the washer with it. So there, another trick that you can do is now what you got to do is on the threads, just get a little bit of engine oil and just sort of put it on the threads. So what that does is, like, next time you change your spark plug, it will have a bit of lubrication and it comes off easy, and it even like the thread will go on easy as well. So I'm just gonna dab my finger in a bit of engine oil and dab it on top of the thread, just a tiny bit, not you don't have to go crazy with it. Okay, now the way I'm gonna do it now is stick it into the socket and then tighten it up as much as I can with my hand first, and then put a light pressure with the ratchet. I'm just gonna have to put the camera down one more time. Sorry guys. So here we go. I'm just tightening it up with my hand as much as I can, and once I think it's tight enough, then I'm gonna use the ratchet to do the finishing bits. Okay, that seems right. Pop the ratchet in. Gonna have to pop the camera down again. Okay, now I've got this one quite tight. Now make sure that you don't go crazy with the pressure. It just has to be snug, right? And you don't have to make it super hard, because the last thing you want to do is actually break the spark plug in there, and then you're in a lot of shit. Okay, so what happened was, when I took the ratchet out, the spark plug socket got left behind, and it wouldn't come out because spark plug sockets, they have rubber inside and stuck to the spark plug. So I had to use a long nose plier to sort of pull it out. Now I'm just basically doing now is putting the first coil back in. So that's done. So that's the first one done. And here's the old spark plug. So I'm just going to keep doing the same thing to the rest of the 5 spark plugs. Now, just a quick suggestion, make sure you have long enough extension for the spark plug, because they're really deep in. If you haven't got them, then because you're gonna go through all this work of taking the cover off and everything, and then find out that you don't have long enough extension to take them off. So you make sure that you got all the tools before you start. In my case, I was lucky that I had a second extension. Just make sure, like, you can't drive like that either, so make sure you have long enough extension. So what I've got here, let me show you, will be I haven't got a ruler on me, So so it's probably around 5, 10, around 15 to anything more than 15 centimeters. Make sure you have long enough extension, guys. So I'm gonna pause the video now and do the rest of the spark plugs, and then show you what happens next. Alright guys, so I've replaced all the 6 spark plugs. I've got the old ones in there. Now the next thing you have to do is, now you see, that's why I put those numbers on, because these two were the easy ones to do, but as you go further back it's really hard because all those coils, they're all connected to each other, so you do have to take them off altogether. Now all I have to do now is get all of them, and as you remember that I had put the numbers down, so I'm just gonna go with the numbers and put them all back in again, and I'll show you what to do next after that. Okay, as you can see, I put them back together, and the numbers that I had put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm gonna leave them there, you know, because they're not gonna hurt anything and they can stay there. And next time if I do it, or you know, if by that time I sell the car and somebody else did it, I probably will, but yeah, so it'll be easier for them to do it. Alright, now I'll put the gasket back in place. Now all I have to do is do everything in reverse. The first thing that has to go back would be this plastic cover on it. Now, okay, now again I'm gonna have to put the camera on hold because it's really hard to do it with my hands, guys. Alright, I'm gonna do it and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, one correction, the gasket doesn't stay there. Gasket goes in the grooves in the plastic cover, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I thought that was glue, but that's just sort of like gluish material. It's like a bit of gasket has melted off there with the heat. I should really put a new gasket on, but it's not in that bad of a condition, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what you do is you just feed the gasket in these grooves or tracks or whatever you want to call it, push it in. Alright, it's all in place now. Now all I have to do is flip around, make sure it doesn't fall off, get this out of the way. Shit. Okay, that seems to be in place. Now I'm just gonna bolt it back together, and yep. Okay, so that's all back on together, and again, just a reminder, the last one was again a bit of a pain to do. Now for the next thing that I have to do is find that vacuum hose. See somewhere, where did it go? Oh here. Okay, so got that, and we just gotta stick it in there. So that's in place, and it's got that little clip thingy, and it goes in there. Yep, so that's in place. So the next thing I have to do is basically put the air intake back on, and gonna need both hands to do that again. And just a reminder, where is that? Oh shit. Oh, my number plate's a bit wobbly, might have to tighten that up too. And then this little L-shaped vacuum hose connection. So I'm just gonna pop the video and put the air intake on. Sorry guys, I have to stop pausing the video because my battery in the phone is running out. Okay guys, everything is back in place, so I'm gonna start it up, and let's hope it doesn't blow up. As far as I know, I've done everything right. Okay. Okay, it seems alright. It didn't blow up. Okay, I'm gonna let it run for a little while, and maybe take it for a quick spin. Alright, let's take it for a little drive. Okay. By the way, you have to change your spark plugs every 150,000 kilometers. So if it hasn't done that, you know, you don't have to worry about it. Mine had just done 160. So I thought I should have done it 10,000 kilometers ago, but alright. Seems alright. Let's turn around. Oh wow, actually feels a bit more responsive now. Huh. Well, I'm glad I did it. Alright guys, so this is my video on how to change spark plugs on a Ford BA xr6. I'm gonna drive to the super cheap auto now and pick up some oil for my car, because tomorrow I'm gonna change the oil and the oil filter, so I'll make another video for that. And yeah, I hope it helped. And again guys, I'm not doing this to get subscribers or anything like that. I'm just doing it to help out dudes like you and I. So I hope it helped, and yeah, have a good day.